COVID-19 pandemic has brought unprecedented changes to our usual ways of living. But the Department of Education remains unfazed by these challenges to fulfill the mission of Sulong Edukalidad, the rallying call for national effort to deliver quality basic education to all Filipinos, which involve aggressive reforms in the four key areas: the K-12 curriculum review and update, improving the learning environment, teachers upskilling and reskilling, and engagement of stakeholders for support and collaboration to move forward together as we prepare the education system for the future. The call for Sulong Edukalidad will continue, and we have built the framework of the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan, or the BELCP, to put the needs of the learners at top priority. DepEd's BELCP is the major response and commitment to protect the health, safety, and well-being of learners, teachers, and personnel. The plan aims to provide opportunities to continue education even in these trying times with a BELCP in place, supported by an unprecedented number of diverse stakeholders from the academe, media, industry groups, NGOs, business and private individuals. Sulong Edukalidad will be able to sustain the aims in its reform for quality basic education. In our journey towards quality education, we have established the four pillars of aggressive reforms from the start, and we have been continuing to progress in these pillars. In improving the learning environment, we took action in the construction and rehabilitation of school buildings, ensured the availability of learning materials and equipment, and prioritized our last mile schools. The challenges of the pandemic also brought to light the urgent need to upgrade our ICT infrastructure to service the needs of education. In terms of the teachers upskilling and reskilling, we were able to establish more innovative professional standards for teachers and school heads. We have aligned the professional development of teachers with their career progression to track their development as part of the National Educators Academy of the Philippines transformation. With the launch of the Education Futures program, where we will be focusing on innovative actions and solutions to improve the state of our education, we are now more than ready to start a new journey and continue our fight for quality education for all Filipino learners. Finally, we've given high importance to the engagement of stakeholders for support and collaboration. In support of this, we have convened the Philippine Forum for Accessible Quality Basic Education, or the Education Forum, which will leverage other partnerships for education quality and strengthen partnership with the Philippine Normal University as the country's national center for teacher education. The department has also been developing a professional development program for teachers and school leaders in order to equip them with the skills, materials, and data that will allow them to help their students prepare for PISA 2022. This intervention consists of the following components: online training for teachers and school leaders, development of learning materials and practice tests for students, deepening the analysis of the PISA 2018 results, and supporting school-level action research. Now that the year is about to end, our commitment to Sulong Edukalidad will continue and will be far from being gone. With a lot at stake, considering our new knowledge and experience from this year's challenges, we are equipped to face a new future. As we head on to the future where we will face many challenges and uncertainties, the department will always be the guardian of every Filipino learner's right to education.
Malayo na ang nilakbay natin sa edukasyon. Mula noong unang sibilisasyon hanggang dumating ang panahon ng kolonisasyon. Inanas natin ang digmaan at sinapit ang kapayapaan. Sinubok man tayo ng maraming bagyo at dumating ang mga pagbabago. Hindi tayo huminto sa pagtuturo. Nagpatuloy ang ating pagkatuto. Hanggang sa kasalukuyan, habang binabagtas natin ang bagong normal, lumikha tayo ng iba't ibang pamamaraan upang maihatid ang edukasyon sa kabila ng krisis pangkalusugan. Ipinakilala natin ang blended learning sa mga Pilipino, kung saan lulan nito'y abot kamay na kaalaman para sa ating mga kabataan. Sa anumang sitwasyon at panahon, DepEd Blended Learning ang ating magiging tugon. Pinagsama-sama natin ang 5 magkakaibang paraan ng pag-aaral.
Reading is very clear about this. It's also encouraged that the learners do blending of the distance learning delivery modalities, meaning
Modules, DepEd TV, DepEd Online, DepEd Radio at Classroom. Sa pamamagitan ng mga pamamaraang ito, ay masisiguro nating magpapatuloy ang edukasyon kahit pa may pandemya, kahit may armadong tunggalian o anumang uri ng sakuna sa ating bansa. Sa panahong hindi maaring gamitin ang ating mga silid-aralan, hindi pwede ang classroom instruction o yung face-to-face. Pwede pa ring manatili ang mga guro't mag-aaral sa kanilang mga tahanan at matuto pa rin gamit ang tinatawag nating modules. Ito ang una sa 5 paraan ng pag-aaral ngayon, kung saan printed materials o digital files ang maaaring gamitin upang matuto. Ang printed modules ay binubuo ng self-learning materials o SLMs, textbooks, supplementary reference materials, activity sheets at guides. Yan yung mga naka-imprenta. Samantalang ang digital files naman ay mga soft copies ng mga printed modules, mga episodes sa TV at DepEd Radio, yung mga Open Educational Resources o OERs. At lahat ng yan ay nakapaloob sa USB plus disk o hard drives or hard disk o nakasave sa mga CD o DVD na dinidistribute sa mga bata. Kung may telebisyon naman sa tahanan ng mga guro't mag-aaral, maaaring isabay ito sa paggamit ng modules dahil ang mga araling nakasulat dito ay nakasunod sa bawat episode ng DepEd TV. Pwedeng subaybayan ang mga leksyon ng ating teacher broadcasters sa IBC 13. Nandun yung DepEd TV. Hanapin lamang yan sa ating mga cables o sa CATV, sa Cable TV Networks, sa ating mga direct-to-home o mga black boxes o yung DTT na tinatawag, yung Direct Terrestrial TV o mga satellite dishes. Simula Lunes hanggang Sabado ay umeere ang mga asignaturang pang-kinder hanggang grade 12, pati ALS o Alternative Learning System. At kung sakali mang hindi maabutan ng mga bata ang mga aralin sa takda nitong oras, maaaring ulit-ulitin ang episodes ng DepEd TV sa pamamagitan ng pag-access sa DepEd online platforms. O tawag natin dyan yung DepEd Online. Kung may cellphone o computer na may internet connection ang tahanan, maaaring sabayan ang modules at DepEd TV ng tinatawag nating DepEd Online, kung saan maaaring gamitin ng mga guro, mga magulang at mag-aaral ang iba't ibang online platforms katulad ng DepEd Commons, LR Portal, DepEd TV YouTube, DepEd TV Facebook, DepEd LMS o yung Learning Management System. Nandyan din yung paggamit ng Google Hangouts at Classroom, yung Microsoft Teams, at yan ay ginagawa sa pamamagitan ng local wide area networks na mayroon sa iba't ibang lugar. Sa DepEd Online rin matatagpuan ang mga electronic copies ng SLMs, mga episodes sa DepEd TV at radio, OERs at iba pang materyales sa pag-aaral na madadownload at mapapanood kahit anong oras. Samantala, kung wala namang TV o wala namang internet connection, subalit mayroong radyo, maaari ring itong gamitin sa loob ng tahanan. Maaaring mapakinggan sa DepEd Radio ang mga araling ipinalalabas sa DepEd TV. Mas epektibo kung ang pakikinig sa DepEd Radio ay sasabayan ng modules o pagbabasa ng mga materyales na hawak ng mga bata. Ang mga araling nakasulat sa printed modules ay tugma sa mga araling ibo-broadcast sa local radio station. Alamin lamang sa eskwelahan, sa teacher o kaya sa dibisyon kung ano mga local radio stations ang magpapaere ng DepEd Radio. Yung iba nga ay handheld radios ang ginagamit. Tandaan na ang module, printed man o digital, yung DepEd TV, DepEd Online at DepEd Radio ay magkakatuwang sa paghahatid ng karunungan sa mga mag-aaral. Importante ang kombinasyon ng mga ito upang maging epektibo ang tinatawag nating blended learning. Ibe-blend mo yung isang modality sa ibang modality. Ibe-blend natin o pagsasamahin natin yung printed module sa DepEd TV, sa DepEd Radio o kaya doon sa online. Kaya pwedeng kombinasyon ang tawag natin dito. At kung maaari nang bumalik sa paaralan para sa face-to-face classes, kung pwede nang magklase sa mga paaralan, yung modules, DepEd TV, DepEd Online at DepEd Radio ay may halaga pa rin dahil ito ay gagamitin pa rin, mas madaling matututo ang mga bata at matulungan sa mga pagtuturo ang mga guro. Sa pagbabalik tanaw man sa mga leksyon o paggawa ng mga takdang aralin, mas magiging magaan ang edukasyon para sa lahat dahil mas marami ang mga paraan, iba't ibang mga modalities. Hindi na magiging limitado sa silid-aralan ang dapat matutunan ng kabataan. Magmula ngayon, ang DepEd Online at ang DepEd Broadcast ay makakasama na natin sa biyahe ng edukasyon. May makakatuwang na sina mama at sir sa pagtuturo. Mas panatag na ang loob ni nanay at tatay dahil masusubaybayan nila ang kanilang mga anak at mapapanatiling ligtas sila sa loob ng mga tahanan. Malayo na ang mga nalakbay natin sa sistema ng edukasyon. At sa patuloy nating biyahe at bayanihan, sisiguraduhin nating walang bata ang maiiwan.
Magtutulungan kami para magpatuloy ang edukasyon.
Ito ang biyahe edukasyon, our journey towards blended learning.
Alright, good afternoon. Sana nakapag-lunch po kayo ng maayos and we are excited to have our afternoon session which will basically be attending pa po with a few more questions, and also our resource speaker will actually provide some instruction on how we could go about our asynchronous session. Well, to give you just kumbaga, an overview of what we have done in the morning, our SDS, Dr. Maria Irene P. Tamayo, have shared to us the embracing the culture of innovation and starting it up at Angeles City Division, where she reiterated the essence of innovation in education by providing a renewed meaning of the concept. It was followed then by the discussion of our resource speaker, Sir Francis Jim Toscano, where he discussed to us why innovation in school matters, followed by the discussion of the design thinking approach in innovation, as well as the growth mindset and its role in innovation. This is where ako po personally, ang mga takeaways ko po doon, yung pong comprehensive framework on how we could go about our design thinking approach, which is where we empathize, we design, we ideate, tapos prototype, and then we put it into testing. And then nabanggit niya rin na dapat we should not fall in love with our solution. We should fall in love with the problem. Kung saan ay in-emphasize po niya that innovation should start with the problem, not with the acronym. Yan. Tapos po sabi niya, ang isang innovation ay talagang mako-consider mong innovation if we do it with collaboration and we share it to other contexts or other schools. And so I hope you are ready and set up in your respective places, and be it at school or at home po. Sana naka-relax po kayo at makapag-start po tayo ng maayos this afternoon. So without any further ado, let us once again welcome our resource speaker, Sir Francis Jim Toscano. Good afternoon po, sir.
Ayan, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you had a very good lunch. Um, Brain dump ang nangyari kanina, kaninang umaga, a lot of discussion, a lot of lecture, but I will make this afternoon much easier for everyone. I'm just gonna share my screen and show you. So this is the link. So Sir Noel, can you show the link? Can you show the link that I gave you before? So if you open the link, can you see my screen right now? Okay. So I hope you can see my screen right now. So when you put on the link that is being shown below, Sir Noel, nakita ba? Ayan. You will be able to open a folder, Innovation Training, DepEd Angeles City. When you open this one, you will see two folders. One is the day one handout. So all the things that I've talked about kanina, it's already here. So when you open it, don't expect a PowerPoint presentation. Instead, expect something like this. Okay, so this is for your reference also. If you want to use it, you may use it for your personal use. If you want to use it for your own training, re-echoing, that's also okay, but just give proper credits. Okay, so and then afterwards, you will have worksheets. Now, a while ago when I was eating my lunch, I kept on receiving request to edit this. Teachers, you will not edit this. Instead, what you're going to do is go to File and then download. Download as Microsoft Word. I will not let you edit this on your own. Okay? I will not give you editing access. Instead, what you have right now are copies of it. You will have to download them. Or if you're there, you can just right click and then download. Okay? So yan. Let me just give instructions. So for the breakout activity number 1, I just want you to explore the collections. I've shown you kanina the 100 collections, right? So what you're going to do is to explore. The instructions are there in the document. Sorry, let's go back. Go to 100.org EN collections, explore the award-winning innovations, and pick 2 of them. Ayan, let's apply what you've learned. So for each of the innovation, add the link to the innovation page. So put the innovation here, innovation number 2, title 1 and 2. Describe the design and problem being solved, describe the impact, describe the scalability. So it's like exploring lang ito. Okay, what you're gonna do is to go to 100.org, choose 2 innovations, and then analyze the innovation information based on the 3. Diba? Remember, said there are 3 marks of innovation: design and problem being solved, impact, and scalability. Why am I asking you this? So that you'll be able to explore. So that you'll be able to explore the different examples of innovations. All right. So there, that's the number 1. Then let me open worksheet number 2. Okay. Worksheet number 2, this is the practicing the use of design thinking. Okay, so I will now ask you to start using design thinking. I've shown this a while ago. Again, you will have to file, download this as Microsoft Word. Now, I'm gonna push it forward. Depending on the office that you are part of, the person of interest can be students, can be teachers, can be school leaders, can be master teachers. So in short, what I'm asking you to do is very much advanced na. When you want to do this, yung practice, ilagay nyo na sa gitna ang mga users or maybe the person of interest for your innovation approach or innovation project or education initiative or project. Okay? Why am I asking you to do this? So that you'll have more time to think about the person's the students, the teachers whom you want to do an education initiative for. Why? Because on day 2, this will be our first activity. I-check natin ito. So day 2, you have homework. This is your homework. You already need to start thinking of your innovation and the persons of interest. So if you're a classroom teacher, your students, if you're a school leader, master teacher, or for example, PSDS, you want to focus on capacity building, you can also use this. As long as the person in the middle is the person of interest of your innovation. Okay, that's number 2. And then number 3, okay, number 3 is about working on your growth mindset. So this is a personal reflection. A personal reflection which asks you to reflect on the fixed mindset things that you usually tell yourself. And then, because you tell them yourself, you will now have to remind yourself, how shall I say this to myself to show a growth mindset? So for example, lagi mong sinasabi, ayoko na mag-training, sayang sa oras, hindi ko naman yan kailangan, hindi naman ako matututo. Veteran teacher na ako. Kaya kong ituro ang subject ko na nakapikit. Ayan, lagi kong naririnig yan sa mga veteran teachers. Kaya kong ituro yan na nakapikit. Again, very, very self-oriented. Kaya ni teacher. Pero ang mga bata ba, akma ba yung sa approach mo? So that could be your fixed mindset. Now, how do you address that for the growth mindset part? How do you change your attitude? How do you change the way you see things? Ganun lang. So those are three worksheets that you have. You have the breakout activity room number 1, which is this one. This one you can do this as a group. Siguro wag masyadong marami. Groups of 3 or 4. So kanya-kanya naman, no? So depende na sa school ninyo, kanya-kanya. Breakout room number 1 could be groups of 3 or 4. Breakout room number 2, ayan, gusto ko muna individual to. So for number 2 worksheet and the third worksheets, individual. Why? Because I want everyone to undergo the process of design thinking. Everyone, ganito. As sir, sabi nyo pwedeng mag-collaboration. Okay lang yun. Mag-collaboration kayo after. Pero for our training, I want you to do things individually. Why? Because I want you to acquire the skills individually also. Para in the end, you can also pitch your idea of education innovation on your own. Okay? So individual work, again, worksheet number 1, you can do it 3 or 4 members each in a group. Worksheet number 2 and 3, pwedeng, those are individual. Okay. So that's it. Again, sir, can you show again the, the link? Right, please. Ayan, show the link. Stop sharing. Okay, the link below is below. Please, yan, bit.ly/DepEdAngeles. Download everything there. Download the handout, download the worksheets. Okay? Are there any questions?
Sir, siguro caution lang, do not edit directly doon sa
Yes.
template. Baka masira yung template. Mag-download lang.
Naka-view lang lahat. Naka-view. Dapat view lang kayo lahat. So, dapat hindi nyo na-edit.
Kasi sir, ako na-edit ko yata.
Ano edit mo?
Let me try. Hindi siya.
View lang dapat. I receive request to edit. I will not give you access to edit.
Some are actually trying to edit itself sa drive. So, masisira yung template if we will do that. So, mag-download po tayo ng template. You just have to go to the file tab, yung nasa upper left, file. And then, makikita nyo po yung download. And then, you will be given the option to download it as Microsoft Word file. So, doon po kayo magda-download, no? If you have opened it. Yan. Kung hindi nyo naman po in-open, you can just right-click and then click the download button doon sa mga options na lilitaw. Yan. Yan. So again, groupings 2 to 3, tama po sir, yung ating pong learning activity, yung activity sheet 1, no, yung worksheet 1, then yung worksheet 2 and 3 ay individual. Yan. Saan daw po isasubmit sir yung ating mga output?
Ayan, you don't have to submit to me because that's not yet your final output. Your final output will be your day 2. So
Ayan.
that, isipin nyo lang formative assessment yan sa inyo, FA. I don't need to check it. It's for you to do it. Okay? With or without me checking it. Your final output will be based on what you will be doing on day 2. Day
The
2
day
and day 3.
two,
Yeah.
day two and
You will use
day
the template for designing innovation.
Okay, I think day 2 will be on March 2, no?
Mm.
And day 3 will be on March 5. Yan. Okay. Marami-rami po tayong time. May maraming time po tayong makakapag-isip, no? To
Mm-mm.
do that. Yan.
Mag-uncover na ng problem ha, wag simulan. Wag mag-acronym na habang mag-acronym kayo at ano na, at solution na.
Design thinking, so empathize. Yan. Sino ang mga concerned? Putting shoes, putting yourself in the shoes of those experiencing the problem. Actually, yun ang very unique, no, sir, sa action research. You are also experiencing the problem at the same time you are also resolving the problem, no, with the help of yung mga others na involved sa problem. In academic research kasi not necessarily ikaw ang involved sa problem. Problema ng iba pwede mong solusyonan yan. So yan, tama po. Empathy is the buzzword. Yan yung mga kasama kong English sa senior high, yung sinabi ko sa reading. Umpisa na natin yung reading. Dahil problema natin yan. Okay. Sir, would you like to entertain questions while we are working on?
Yeah, before I have to leave by 5 to 10 minutes, in 5 to 10 minutes. So if there are questions, clarification, you can shoot them now.
Mm-mm. Calling the attention of our technical team, no, who are facilitating yung ating mga breakout rooms sa bawat schools. You can get the questions of our co-teachers and then i-post na lang po dito para mabasa natin. Yan. And then sir, plug na daw po kayo ng inyong mga social media accounts. Ako magsasubscribe ako doon. Alam ko yung channel mo,
Yeah.
sir.
I have a podcast. Hanapin ko. More of podcast na lang kasi parang napuno na ata yung Facebook ko. Baka sabi nila kailangan na gumawa ng page, Facebook page, pero hindi ko si pangarap maging social media influencer. So, hindi ko talaga kaya yon. So I don't know if you look for me, if you look for me online, you might not be able to to see na how to add me, but I have links. I'm sharing it right now. I have a program advocacy called Empower Ed, and I do deliver workshops online. Empower Ed TV on YouTube. We have a Facebook page, and then my Apple. There's a podcast that I have. It's called Empower Ed Podcast. So you can take a look at it on Spotify. You just search for Empower Ed. So let me just show to you. Yan. Baka Spotify users tayo. So let me just open my Spotify. So yeah, let me just share my screen. Ayan. I interview people, international and local people. Ayan. So if you look for it, this is my Empower Ed podcast. Ayan. Wait. Mali yan. That's so if you look Empower Ed podcast and with Jim Toscano. So it's on we're now on season 8. We're producing season 9 now. So more than 50, 70, 80 episodes already. So you can check this out. It's free. So on Spotify, if you're using Apple and you have Apple access to Apple Podcast, you can also check. Yeah. Ayan. Nakita nyo na yung playlist ko, mga 90s, anime, at BTS. Ayan. So yeah, that's my podcast. So you can subscribe from it. Okay? That's it.
Ayan, sir, I think we have a question posted po dito from Sir Jefferson Gomez. Yeah. Question po is, how about innovation that are done from other contexts? Then a teacher use it in their context. Will that be still be an innovation po? Yeah. So
Yes, it's
replication.
yeah. Kasi adoption 'yan eh. Um, Adoption of other approaches and innovation. Yun. 'Di ba remember you're usually asked to apply research-based
Yes.
approaches?
Mm.
Those are actually innovation done na in other schools
Others.
or studies. You're just putting it there. However, remember, just because it's happening in another school doesn't mean it will have the same
Works.
result with you. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, magkakaiba yung context. So, you can modify. Very important lang that when you use the innovation of other teachers, ako for example, Kids Can Innovation Camp, every resources that I have, it's free. It's translated out there. The only thing in the agreement is that they acknowledge that they're using Kids Can Innovation Camp. They don't need to pay me. They don't need to always say this is from Jim Toscano. Nakalagay lang doon na based or adopted or based on adopted from ganyan. Okay lang.
Yan. Mag-cite natin. Citation, sabi nga. Yan. Just to clarify po, task 1 by group, task 2, task 3 individual. Tama po.
That's correct. Perfect.
Task 1 at least 2 to 3, no sir? Sir G.
Yes.
2 to 3.
Alam naman natin sa mga students natin, more than 4, ayan, may freeloader na yan. Same din tayo sa mga teachers. Ayaw natin yan sa mga students natin. So, teachers, gawin nyo din yung ginagawa nyo sa classroom.
Mm-mm. Tama din siya sir, sa action research po namin at least hanggang 3 authors pwede. Lagpas that di na. Yan. So, meron pa po ba tayo dito? Sa private chat, let me see. Mahirap isulat, pwede mag-mute. Mukhang may sasabihin po si Ma'am ASDS. Pasok po natin siya. Yun.
Opo, sir, question. Sir Francis, good afternoon po.
Yes, ma'am.
Opo, my question is, in the master MEC Order 79 po, no, series of MEC 10 series of 1979, which is what we used po, no, in that's the DepEd order po siya, what we use in the as a evaluation po, no, appreciation of the papers of teachers who would like to be master teachers po, no. And so one of which one criteria there is initiated or headed research activity po, no, activity yan. So which would for the improvement of the learning process and professional plus ganun po, no. So ang appreciation po namin doon is the completed research now po, no, yung po sabi nyo kanina, no, the product po, no, the outcome of that research po, no, would be implemented po, no. For example, I had this reading intervention po, no, which syempre po meron akong respondents, no sir, few respondents only, and I had the outcome is yes, it has indeed contributed to the improvement of the ganun po, no, the beginning reading. So ngayon po, magagawa na po ako na I will propose now a research activity, no, in other school po, no, pwede po in other school or in other sections in the school. Yan. Can that be so appreciated na po siya nun sir bilang bali po actually it's 12 points na po siya, no. Question ko po is in other po, no, that is for master teacher. Now in other DepEd naman po, for example, for those who would like to become school heads po, na head teachers, no, we use another DepEd order 66 po, ano, tsaka po yung 42 wherein we have 5 points for innovation, sir, no. So that can that be translated now, sir, no? Can that be accepted now po, no, as innovation po noon, sir?
Ako okay. It really depends kasi on how, like for example, are there any existing indicators on how you
We are
would
the one
judge?
providing po kasi sir, like for ano po kasi nakalagay lang po doon the innovations po, no, and then we localize it po, no, like for us 1 point for conceptualized, 2 points for implementation in the school, in the division, para po maka 5 po siya. So pwede na po rin siguro siya doon, no sir, for those who
Yeah.
would like to
Yeah, if you don't have if you don't have yet indicators, I would recommend like yung sinasabi ko, you can look at
Yes.
design, impact, and growth and scalability. Siguro yung growth and scalability, yun yung differentiator.
Opo.
Kasi pwede yung judgment yun for ano, pero it will be sasabihin ng mga ibang teachers or others baka sobrang hirap nun. Pero yun nga, yun yung marks ng ano ng innovation, growth and scalability. That is the same thing din if may competition kayo para ma-push din yung mga teachers, 'di ba? Na you're not
Opo.
just looking at the design, you want to look at the impact. Tapos hindi audience impact is in the impact on the community on the and the students. And then growth scalability, saan ba dito? So pwede din kayong maglagay ng percentage. Mas malaki ba dapat ang design?
Opo.
And or mas malaki ba dapat yung impact? Siguro 1 point na lang yung growth and scalability. Pwedeng mga ganon. So
Opo.
as long as you're clear on those areas and then you can
Opo.
just put specific
Pero
indicators.
pero yung pong sponsor na para po kasi when I have ranking talaga totally na for innovation also no pang head po as innovation. Sa have this meron po sa but they have innovation. Hindi po talaga yung innovation po na diretso ng no sir.
Mm-mm.
From innovation, sir, sabi nga nyo, if you want to measure the innovation, then come up with the research po, no, sir? Para
Mm-mm.
tuhog po dalawa. Yan. Thank you po. Thank you po, sir.
Actually, sir, I was trying to catch up with what Ma'am ASDS is actually explaining a while ago and trying to make sense, sir, yung sinasabi mo, design, impact, and growth and scalability, no? As vis-a-vis doon sa criteria na binabanggit ni ma'am. Oo nga, sir, parang yung growth and scalability as you have defined a while ago is if it is already implemented sa ibang school or sa school, something like that. Tama, sir?
Actually yun, sir, nakikita na natin siya dun sa implemented in the division, ano di ba? Implemented in the district, sabi niya, implement in the schools, parang gano'n. So siguro yun na rin yung kaya lang,
Yeah.
iba
Siguro
lang
if
yung terminology niya, no po.
Yeah.
Kasi
Siguro
meron
yung
sa division, sabihin marami ng schools, no, sir, ang nag-replicate, ganun. Opo.
What I can offer is if naka-point system kayo, baka gusto nyong hati-hatiin like 0.5 for implementation in the grade level, 1 point for implementation in school, 1.5 for implementation in district or different schools or cluster, 2 points for implementation for sa buong division. So I think kung meron namang areas, I think what would really matter is parang may rubrics kayo which will deserve 1 point or full point. Parang assessment lang, 'di ba? Parang ano ba kasi in the end yung growth and scalability hindi naman pareho yung na-implement sa school versus na-implement sa division. So if you put 2 points there, parang correct, parang yung sa pag-grade ng mga essay ng mga bata minsan, 'di ba? I mean na-achieve nila yung growth and scalability, pero yung depth at lawak magkakaiba. So doon kayo mag-differentiate. I think
Tsaka
regardless of indicators, it's the matter it's also the scope and depth of the of the saklaw coverage.
At saka siguro po, parang we look at it like the way you said a while ago that, let us not be selfish, di ba? Yung tignan natin siya so that yung scope niya, di ba? Yung talagang it's not only the school itself which is improving, but rather many schools, no? Will be improving po, parang ganun po, no?
Yeah. Kasi whether we like it or not, while innovations will be anchored in different contexts, not all innovations will have the same impact and scalability. So yun.
Oo nga.
I have 4 minutes. I have 4 minutes.
Before signing off, sir, no? Baka mag-brown out na bigla. Yeah. Well, so far, sir, dito po sa ating pong comment section, basically, these are just greetings, no? And appreciation, sir. Many teachers do appreciate our presentation for today. Ito from Ma'am Maria Ronila Balangkit. Can the teachers present the innovation they've done already and will just undergo the process you taught us today, or teachers need to think of a new innovation po?
Ayan yung sinasabi ko kasi may ready-made na. My challenge usually is, let's review. Even if you bring your innovation with you, sige nga mag-empathy map tayo. Parang
Mm.
sort of let's check the alignment. Kasi yung nangyari sa amin, sabi ko, okay, bring your innovation, but undergo the process. Alam mo, na-realize nila, they can still improve it.
Yes.
Kasi yung measure impact pala nila, mali. Yung measure of impact nila. Or yung innovation pala nila, parang hindi naman ata innovation. Parang isang teacher, ang innovation na present niya, akala niya innovation, paano daw i-involve yung parents or tracking of modules. Tracking of modules. Kasi yun yung problema ngayon, di ba? So sabi ko, tracking of modules. So ano po yung solution in mind na ginawa nyo? Checklist. Sabi ko, hindi ba logistical need yan? Not necessarily an innovation, pero as a teacher, that's your job to
Yes.
do logistically. Parang nag-aayos ka lang ng folders sa classroom mo. I don't think that's an innovation. That's any teacher could do that. So medyo na-disheartened siya. Sabi ko, parang you level it up, teacher. What about arranging them into folders? Where's the sense of, parang sabi ko, what if you focus on accountability and agency among students? Or, dahil may problem ka din sa sa pagpapasa, tanungin mo ano yung problem ng pagpapasa, hindi yung pag-organize ng mga ipapasa. Kasi teacher's job yan, di ba? Dapat organize si teacher. That's not necessarily innovation. Paano mo measure yung impact na ayos yung mga folders? Parang 'di ba, it doesn't make sense. Siguro dahil walang masyadong impact on that. Pero 'pag sinabi ni teacher, kasi hindi pala sila makasend kasi ganito ganyan. What if gawin kong digital and
Mm.
organized? So you're now creating a new process na hindi
Mm.
ano. So pwedeng gano'n. Pero parang sabi ko kay teacher, and I had to be very very ano ba, kasi minsan, you know me, very straightforward ako magbigay ng comment. So, but we had to temper it because I don't want the teacher to be disheartened. Pero I love the teacher kasi open si teacher. Ang ginawa niya, ni-level up niya. Ni-level up niya yung, gaya sabi niya, nag-start lang siya sa solution na meron niya, meron na siya. So realize niya, oo nga, trabaho ko naman ng teacher to. Doesn't need to be an innovation, but it's really my work to organize everything. Di ba?
Mm.
So parang gano'n.
Parang yan yung, sir, yung breaking the rules na usual na ginagawa, the convention, then you upgrade it to something new. Kasi nga, parang thinking of what you usually do na. So, yun yung context
Siguro
ng breaking.
siguro what I need to emphasize also, my last point, you know, there are some things that we are thinking as solutions, pero pag tinitingnan mo in hindsight, hindi ba expectation yan sa akin as a teacher? Hindi
Yes.
na kailangan innovation, you don't need to label that as innovation, pero parang that's part of the daily life of a teacher. Kaya ang very important is you love the problem, you dig deeper. At intindihan mo yung mga naapektuhan ng problema kasi in the end baka, oo nga, pag-o-organize lang naman pala ito,
Mhm.
'di ba? 'Di ba sa classroom naman ang galing nating mag-organize, finolder na natin lahat, ni-label na natin lahat, dinecorate na natin lahat, oh, 'di ba? So, parang gano'n.
Okay po. Yan, it's already 1:45, sir. Baka
Yes,
hindi
so
ka na po
let's
makapagpaalam, bigla ka na lang mag-shutdown.
Ayan, thank you. May I just take this opportunity? Thank you, everyone. So I think what was really important was the openness in here. I appreciate the insights and the questions. You might agree with me or not, but what I really appreciate is the openness that you have, the questions that you have, the insights. Those are really really part of the discussion, and yun nga, we grow, we learn from the discussion that we have. So I'll see you. Don't forget your homework. Don't forget your homework. Ang teacher nagagalit pag walang homework ang bata. Magagalit ba ako? Hindi. Pero mahihirapan kayo if you don't do the empathy map. Yun lang sinasabi ko. Labor. Labor intensive. Ang day 2, ngayon mind intensive tayo, but day 2 is labor intensive. Ayun. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Francis Jim Toscano. Napakagaling po ng ating resource speaker. Day 1 pa lang, punong-puno na po tayo. And I'm just hoping that we will be able to complete our assignment para guided po tayo for the day 2 which is March 2. Na March 2 po ang ating next. And meron po ba tayong pahabol na announcement sa ating pong mga kasama po sa team? Pakibigyan na lang po ako ng cue. Ayan, si Ma'am Dines daw po. Alright,
Opo.
go ahead po, Ma'am.
Hello po yung question kanina, no? It's about, hello po, good afternoon. Po, the last question, if I asked already, an innovation and should be doing one, no? So for your information po, no, because hiring the division innovation committee, we in the innovation committee already po, no, to have submitted their innovations po, no, and then for some reason or another, they could not understand po, no, innovations that they were trying to have, that they like to do. So we had they presented them as last week, no, and we found out na ang ganda na pala nila, but not just really put no their ideas in the template po, no. That's why we are trying to reach out, and this is a sabi ko, we also the innovation committee also innovated po, no. Sabi kaya I mean we have to at really, no, in trying to you what really getting as a speaker po na who would really tell us, know, what really well, Madam Superintendent who spoke this morning po, no. So don't you worry po, sabi nga natin, we will keep on making, no. Bali if you submitted po, you'll be submitting the future your innovations, we are very willing to let you, no, so that we would will be able to mentor you if it's that innovation. There are some just that does not make it an innovation. Yung ganun po, no? So we will let you present it, your innovation, so that you will eventually you will be coming up po, no, with the right innovation. Pero sabi nga po, please think of the problem first in your school, no. We are trying to reach out to you, and we will be providing different activities po aside from this conference. So 3 days po ito, and then the mentoring, and then the search for outstanding innovation, so that until everybody po, no, in the Division of Angeles will be able to embrace po, no, the culture of innovation in the division, thereby improving po, no, improving the way we teach, improving the we will achievement of students. Maganda po sinabi na ni not only in academics but also because we have to teach our students how to be resilient, no. Yan, ngayon nagka-pandemic, no, right, though they are their comforts of their homes, dapat they should be resilient. Yan, ganun po, no. So yun lang po, no. So don't be bothered by you have already existing in mind, no. Please, no, let that come out. Yan. So ito ang advice po namin. Yun lang po, and thank you much, and we'll see you. No, please do your assignment, no, your formative assessment with the school heads po, no. Thank you so much, school heads, and thank you Innovation Committee. Thank you Sir Moderator, Sir Adrian. Thank you po Boss Ma'am SDS, no. So we leave to you the assignment here, oh. I will be making yeah, I also downloaded them, no. I also let Madam Tin download the and I'm going to answer them, no, so that I would also be able to come up with, no, I would understand po, no. Tsaka maganda po yung 100 yung sa link, no. At least ngayon meron tayong link, no. At sa alam na natin ngayon na yung innovation pala, hindi naman talaga siya dapat yung entire, no, yung from the scratch, no. Yan. So marami po siya na nandiyan na siya, pero improve natin siya, no. Yan, para po maswak dun sa needs ng ating mga sa mga offices, sa mga clients, at the school, ng mga learners and school stakeholders. Yan. So, naman po, thank you po, and see you. Gawin yung assignment niyo, ha? Plus, mga school heads, no? Bati tayo, no? Yan. Gawin yung mga assignments, tapos we'll see you on March 2. Yon, doon naman daw, kung dumugo yung utak natin ngayon, dudugo naman yung brain, yung utak din, at innovative, no? Magiging innovative lahat tayo sa March 2. Yan. So, thank you, Sir Noel. Thank you, Sir Nay. Thank you, Sir Adrian. Thank you po.
Yan po ang ating chairperson ng Division Innovation Committee. Reminder lang po, do not forget to sign in the attendance po na binigay po sa mga GC, sa ating po mga ICT coordinator. Make sure po that you sign the attendance para well accounted po tayo. At the same time, we will be flashing a link po for the evaluation for today's activity. So the QR code and link is now flash po sa ating screen. So hopefully po ay naging productive po ang araw natin, no? Worth it po yung pag-cancel natin ng maraming activities for today. Marami po tayong napulot sa ating pong resource speaker tsaka sa mga boss po natin, kay Ma'am SDS, Ma'am ASDS. Thank you so much po sa ating pong mga kasama sa technical team at DIC members. Anyway, magkikita po tayo ulit sa March 2, 2022. Do not forget po, innovation is very important. The time po that we have right now is very volatile. And if we will not be able to adapt to the changes that we are experiencing right now, we might just go extinct, sabi nga. So the only way for us to survive these changing times is for us to evolve. And evolving means becoming innovative. Thank you so much. I am Adrian Tamayo po, your moderator, Master Teachers of Angeles City National High School. See you po on March 2. Bye-bye po.